Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, distinguished participants, welcome you to our webinar entitled Become a PhD or Postdoc in Czechia, which is focused on biosciences, on biology, biochemistry, chemistry, life sciences in general. I'm just entering a new attendance. So it's focused on life sciences in general. My name is Martin Vita, and I'm a researcher at the Academy of Sciences of the Czech Republic. But today I will act here as your guide for the whole event. I assume you've all seen the program. It remains more or less unchanged. So we are starting with the official salutation, and then we will continue with a contribution of the Czech National Agency for International Education and Research, and it will be about Czechia from the postdoc and PhD perspective. Then we will continue with the presentation of CEITEC, Central European Institute of Technology of Masaryk University in Brno. Then the block for Faculty of Science, Charles University, with its STARS program is scheduled, and we will complete our session with the presentation of Institute of Organic Chemistry and Biochemistry of the Czech Academy of Sciences. And of course, at the end, there will be space, there will be time for questions, remarks, and suggestions. It's a great pleasure for me to introduce here His Excellency, Mr. Ambassador of the Czech Republic in Lisbon, Mr. Martin Pol. So, Mr. Ambassador, take your floor.
Dobré odpoledne, good afternoon. My name is Martin Pol, and I have the privilege and honor to be a Czech ambassador to Lisbon. And I'm very proud that I was asked to open this pilot webinar for networking and to try something new in our pillar of cooperation between Portugal and the Czech Republic on the field of science and education. I would like to welcome all participants, all the institutions who are going to give us a presentation. I consider this as a hopefully very useful networking tool, which will give us a very good base for decision making in our own, and specifically for the participants in their own future and their own careers. I would like to say a few thank yous, and I would like to say thank you to Martin Vita, who will be guiding us today and who invested lots of his energy and effort to this webinar, and to my colleague Dr. Kateřina Bocianová, who actually managed to visit quite a number of Portuguese universities, and participants who are joining us today are mainly a product of that introduction. I wish you all a successful and very informative webinar, and I am not further delaying for the start, because you are not here about to listen to political comments about the priorities and the cooperation between the countries, but something which can be actually useful for your careers and for your institutions. So good luck to everyone, and I consider this to be a very good start, and I wish everyone a great success. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ambassador. We really appreciate your warm and kind words. I would like also to express my thanks going to all the staff of the embassy in Portugal for their absolutely fantastic support. And now it's time for the Czech National Agency for International Education and Research. So, dear colleagues, take the floor.
Thank you so much, Martin. Give me just a second. I'll share my presentation with you. Okay. I'll be looking slightly behind my camera because I can see the screen behind, even though the camera is a bit wrongly placed, so I apologize in advance. Anyway, good afternoon to you all. We are very honored and very happy that we can be part of this event. Thank you for inviting us. My name is Aneta Sargent. I'm from the Czech National Agency for Education and Research, specifically from Study in Czechia. And together with my colleague Bára, who's sitting next to me, we would like to shortly present Czechia as an ideal research and study destination. If you want to study at a university with a great quality and affordability ratio, Czechia is the way to go. Here, just a brief overview why. We have over 1,000 programs in English. It's not only postdoc, it's bachelor's, master's, and PhD altogether. What is interesting is there is 18% of international students, which is quite a high number, even in comparison with other European countries. Of course, we have a strategic location in the center of Europe. We're top 15 most beautiful countries, and also based on our research, 97 of international alumni recommend studying in Czechia. So it's definitely a reason to cooperate with us. Here, as I said, there is approximately 300,000 students studying at Czech universities, and about 50,000 of them are international, so the community is quite big. Even though Czechia is a small country, we belong to those with the highest percentage of international students within Europe. The most popular fields of studies for international students in degree programs are technology and engineering, followed by economics, social sciences and humanities, medicine, and pharmacy and education. If you decide to look for a program, altogether there is 54 universities spread across the entire country. These universities offer more than 1,000 different bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degree programs, and they also offer short exchange programs. They can be either summer or winter. It's 2 to 4 weeks, and language courses in case you wanted to learn something about our beautiful language. There is plenty to choose from, and we believe that everybody will find what they're looking for. Here, just to have a rough idea, there is university spread all over the country. Some university rankings from 2023, as you can see, our universities do belong to the well-rated ones. Here, as I was mentioning the programs, almost all programs you can find on our study-in portal. You can easily use the QR code or go to studyin.cz and have a look. What you also find on our website is information about visa, arrival, all the living costs, accommodation, and also how it works, for example, with working while studying or medical care and insurance. So do not hesitate to visit the website because it can help you a lot. Here is another thing that might be interesting for you. If you're interested in the Czech higher education system and how it works, you can go to our website or again, scan our QR code and have a look at the brochure. If you're interested in the average cost, I think it's quite similar to the Portuguese ones. I don't want to lie, but there is Study in Czechia leaflet that sums it up. And also, again, the map of Czech universities that I was showing a minute ago. But I will continue with the presentation.
Thank you very much, Aneta. Just to double check, can you hear me? Can you confirm? Yes, perfect. Okay, so I will now briefly introduce you to the Czech research landscape, and I will also explain how our agency is positioned within this environment. So next slide, please. So Czech research has achieved a level of international excellence in many areas, such as digital technology, cybersecurity, biotech, health tech, nanotechnologies, lasers, etc. In the recent decades, the investments into Czech research and also research infrastructures in the Czech Republic has increased a lot. And now we have labs that are well equipped with top-notch facilities. Also, the research community in Czechia is quite international. If you look at the previous slide, we can see that we also have quite high percentage of international researchers. Just to let you know, these are only data for government and higher education research sector, but there are also many researchers in the private sectors and business sector as well. The numbers of the Portuguese researchers could be a bit higher. We would be very happy to see higher numbers in this regard. Thank you. Next slide. Okay, so here you can see that there are much more than 200 research organizations in Czechia, and many of them are actually associated with universities or with the Czech Academy of Sciences. There are also many private ones again. Also, you can see that Czech institutions are hosting institutions for so-called large research infrastructures. There is 46 of them, and these infrastructures are really top-class facilities, enabling to perform cutting-edge fundamental research. The Czech Academy of Sciences is a very important player in this regard in the Czech research field, and it consists of 54 research institutes. And it might be of your interest that 18 of them are dedicated to life and chemical sciences. And why we are talking about this, why we are here today, it's because the DZS, the Czech National Agency, is not only National Agency for International Education, but also for research. That's why we have a Czech Liaison Office for Education and Research based in Brussels. The CELO's main mission is to monitor European research and education policy developments, and also to overview European programs and open calls, especially Horizon Europe, LIFE, COST, and other programs related to research and education. The CELO office also offers consultations and helps with partner search, and all the services of this office are free of charge. If you want to get in touch, you have basic contact details here below. You can see the CELO office as your bridge to Czech partners and Czech science institutions. Here is just a short list of activities that are relevant in the area of research. So our colleagues in CELO office are promoting Czech research institutions to Brussels-based partners and new institutions. They are also organizing various events, for example, brokerages or matchmaking events, which also might be interesting for you. Also, the office works as a support point for the Czech research community in Brussels. It focuses on capacity building of Czech project managers, and also facilitates meetings with between Czech community and relevant partners. I would specifically like to highlight the last point, the partner search, because our colleagues can help you in case you are looking for example, a Czech research organization for a consortia or for a Czech partner in research or even innovation sector. Then this CELO office could be your first contact point that you want to reach out to, and they can of course spread your expression of interests or other offers or inquiries. So that would be all from my side, and now back to Aneta. Thank you.
Okay, just very briefly, in DZS we've got also something that's called Czechia Alumni Program, as the name says. It's alumni program for international students. So if you ever decide to come to Czechia, this is a program you want to be part of. So do not hesitate to get in touch and to become part of it. This is just to have a rough idea. It's basically what was Bára mentioning. These are the numbers of Portuguese students. And as you can see, the PhD program really has low numbers. So we're hoping that this networking will help to get more of of Portuguese researchers to cooperate with Czechia. Thank you so much for your attention. And I'll give the word back to Martin.
Thank you, Bára and Aneta, for nice and interesting commercials for the Czech Republic. And now it's time for the presentation of Central European Institute of Technology located in Brno, the second largest city in the Czech Republic.
Okay, hello everyone. Let me try to run the presentation. Do you see the full screen now? Can you just think? Okay, excellent. So my name is Esther Jarur, and I am the head of strategic partnerships and international relations at the Central European Institute of Technology, also known as CEITEC, and we belong to the Masaryk University. And I would like to invite you to work and study in the Czech capital of science and technology, Brno. So what is CEITEC? CEITEC is basically a research institute that was founded with the best research groups located in Brno from the best research institute and universities. And we combine life sciences and material sciences. We are proud to be a multidisciplinary research institute. We are located in Brno, Czech Republic, which is the second largest city of Czech Republic and is known as the Czech capital of science and technology. We are 1 hour away from Brno and 1 hour away from Vienna and 2 hours away from Prague. So our city is famous science and education hub. Every 5th person in our city is a student. And we have a lot of companies and science and technology related education opportunities and employment opportunities. We have a history full of innovation. The 1/3 of electron microscopes used on the entire world are produced in Brno, and genetics were discovered by Johann Gregor Mendel also in the city of Brno. We have a vibrant expat community. So unlike Prague having a lot of tourists, we have a lot of expats who live there, including Portuguese. This picture is actually from our city data bank. We have also reasonable cost of living, and people like to have fun in our city. And we have very unique culture and lifestyle. We are known to be the most friendly and happy Czechs of all Czechs. And we have also life-changing work opportunities. So any students who fell in love in the city will find plenty of working opportunities in the science and technology or IT sector. Our city is also safe, stable, and friendly, and several times we have won or we have been among the top 5 places elected as the best places to work and study in Europe. So now let's have a look at our institute. Here is a little snapshot of CEITEC in numbers for the year 2022. So we have more than 400 employees who are divided in 28 research groups. We have more than 200 PhD students, 52% of them is international. So as you see, we are way above the national average when it comes to internationalization. We produce more than 240 publications per year, and we are involved in 170 running projects that are funded by international and national funds. So we focus on 4 main research areas, which is structural biology, plant biology, molecular medicine, and neuroscience. And we have 11 state-of-the-art core facilities that also institutes in the West are envying us for. Also, the added value of the core facilities is open access, and it's great technology support. So all core facilities have technicians who will help you with the sample preparation, with the measurements, and also with the data analysis. So you will not only have a chance to use great facilities, but you will also receive top-notch professional support. The success of every institute is measured by other means, also by their scientific publications. So we are very proud to showcase our 3 most popular publications of the year 2022. We had a publication in Nature, Molecular Cell, and also a publication in Science. So now let's go to our CEITEC PhD school. Our program takes 4 years old. The students have access to the core facilities. We offer above standard funding, so it is double of the national average. We have international and interdisciplinary environment, which is great for the PhD students because they will not be in a minority. We have a wide range of experienced supervisors and wide range of topics. And we have very vibrant community and very good offer of transferable skills and soft skills courses that will make our students really globally competitive once they graduate. So now more details to that. We have a lot of scientific events that we organize because we are based on the largest university campus of Central Europe. And besides CEITEC, you will find on the campus the Faculty of Science, Faculty of Medicine, Faculty of Sports. So it's really a large campus, a lot of students, a lot of events, and with many networking platforms. We have CEITEC PhD Committee, which is an organization founded and run by our students. And the reason is to bridge the student committee and administration. The students are organizing their own events, their retreats, and outreach activities and social activities. We have also a lot of training and career development options, as I said, mainly in soft and transferable skills. We offer more than 40 courses per year. We take care of the well-being and work-life balance of our students, and our courses are following the research development framework developed by Vitae that is known to be as the most famous career development framework for researchers in Europe. We have also mentoring platforms, official ones, such as the Thesis Advisory Committee, but also peer mentoring that is available on our social events that are organized specifically for our PhD community. We have also a variety of events that are showing career paths for the graduates. We have Life After PhD sessions where we invite PhD graduates from life science field who are successful in different professions. It could be in startups, it could be research group leaders, Nobel Prize winners, or people who work in scientific publishing houses. We also visit companies so students can have a clear idea how would it be if they switch to a private company after the academia. We have also rich community life. As I said, our PhD student committee is organizing regularly a CEITEC postdoc retreat where they invite also students from other research institutes. And it's a great opportunity for networking, learning, sharing experience, and showcasing their scientific results. For us also, mental health matters. We are aware that PhD studies are very difficult and demanding, and we have university ombudsperson and free university psychologist that is available also to international students. We put a lot of emphasis on international mobility. So every PhD student in our PhD school have to stay minimum for 1 month abroad. And it is mandatory to complete the PhD studies, and funding for the mobilities are provided. We have also a welcome office that provides support for international students and staff in general, also the postdocs and research group leaders, of course, before and upon their arrival, and during and after their stay. So everything will go smoothly and everybody feels well onboarded and welcome. Our alumni, we are very proud to say that our alumni are finding employment at top institutions around the world. This is a real picture of our alumni, Dasha Zigačková, who is now at TL Medical School, and other people ended up, for example, at the Max Planck Institute, Harvard University, or Fox Chase Cancer Center. We also offer postdoctoral fellowships. So if there are any potential postdocs among you, we would be very happy if you check out our website. This was not primarily aimed for postdocs, but we are really happy to receive international postdocs, and we have 80% postdocs from abroad. The postdocs have also their postdoc peer committee and a variety of events that is tailored for postdocs and also training. We also provide support in obtaining MSCA individual fellowship grants. So if you are interested and you don't have your funding, our grant office will help you to apply, and then you will receive a very nice funding for your MSCA individual fellowship. And if you don't manage to pass the threshold, we also have local funding schemes available that will provide you with the same funds, just under the national brand and not the MSCA IF brand. So why should you choose CEITEC? Because we have great in-house core facilities that are really hard to find elsewhere, and you will be able to work with them and learn to work with those technologies, which will definitely give you competitive edge. We have international scientific community, so you will feel comfortable as a foreigner. We have professional administration support that will help you with your grant writing, then grants administration, with science communication, with technology transfer, should you make any important discovery that you would decide to patent or commercialize. And as I said, we have a very vibrant campus life. The building behind me is just a virtual background, but it is actually a picture from the building where you will be working and studying and researching if you decide to join us here in Brno at CEITEC. So we are here because we need talents to succeed, and we need you. And I would be very happy to receive any questions from you, or you can contact me anytime after this presentation. And if you would like to find out more, I will send in this chat an invitation to information session for prospective PhD students, where you will receive more concrete information about the studies. You will meet some students that are currently studying here, and you can find out more in-depth information in case you are interested to join CEITEC. So this would be all for me. Thank you for your attention, and I will be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Thank you, Esther, for a nice introduction of a very successful institution. So I can sum up that this is a great chance, great opportunity. So now it's the time for Faculty of Science of Charles University. So we are moving virtually from Brno to our capital, Prague. So, Daniel, take the floor.
Yes, thank you. I'm going to share the presentation first. So I hope you can see it. Can you see it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, great. So hello, everyone. And first of all, thank you for the invitation for this event. I'm Daniel Paluba, and I work at the Public Relations Divisions at the Faculty of Science at Charles University. But at the same time, I'm also a PhD candidate at the Department of Applied Geoinformatics and Cartography. So today I'm going to show you our study and research opportunities at the Faculty of Science. So just a brief overview about the Charles University. Charles University is the oldest and largest university, not only in Czechia, but also in the Central Europe. It has 17 faculties with around 50,000 students and 9,000 staff. Faculty of Science is one of the faculties of the Charles University, and we have more than 5,000 students. Actually, 1,500 of our students are in the doctoral degree. We have also around 600 research and educational staff members. Our campus, the so-called Campus Alberto, is located in the very easily accessible historical heart of Prague. And there we have 5 sections: the biology, chemistry, geography, geology, and the Institute for Environmental Studies. Within these sections, we have 27 departments. And within these departments, we have in total more than 160 research groups, which you can join during your studies or during your stay at the Faculty of Science. We are proud to say that we are a leading institution in natural sciences in Czechia, and we are also very successful in significant projects. For example, currently we are solving hundreds of national, that means Czech projects, and also tens of different international projects, including, for example, 4 current ERC grant projects. Our researchers are also authors and co-authors of hundreds of publications in the most prestigious journals, including Nature and Science. We are also proud to our alumni, Jaroslav Hejrovský, who is a Nobel Prize laureate in chemistry. And when it comes to our English programs, at Faculty of Science, we have a wide range of different opportunities from bachelor's to PhD programs, but also postdoc and other research positions. So I will give you a brief overview later on. And if you want to have a general overview on our opportunities or our study programs, you should check out our profiles at the Czech University's website or our profile at the StudyLink portal. When it comes, for example, to internationalization, we are also very strong at that. And as you can see on the right-hand side on these graphs, each year we send or receive hundreds of students and staff to or from various institutions or universities abroad. And in case of postdoc positions, we post postdoc positions very irregularly. So from time to time, we have new postdoctoral positions which are posted at the STARS website or at the Research Jobs CZ website or on their social media profiles, for example, on Facebook or LinkedIn. And currently we have 2 postdoctoral positions in geology with a deadline for application until 15th of February, which are available on the STARS website, for example. But next to the postdoc positions, we have also other research positions which don't fit into the definition of postdocs, so you can find them also on the Research Jobs CZ website. And our widest portfolio of opportunities are in our PhD positions, where we have more than 30 regular PhD positions. And every year, we are posting around 50 or 60 new PhD positions in the so-called STARS program. The STARS program aims to attract the best students worldwide, and actually from the very beginning, in these PhD studies, we are solving a very specific topic, which usually is connected with some research project or research grant. This year, in 2024, we have 63 fully funded PhD positions in our STARS program, from which 25 are in biology, 19 in chemistry, 11 in geography, 5 in geology, and 3 in environmental studies. On our website, which you can reach with the URL stars-natur.cz, you can find a detailed description of each our PhD program. Also, you can apply there. And actually, you can apply for the STARS programs if you hold a master's degree or equivalent in sciences, medicine, pharmacology, or other disciplines, or if you're going to obtain this degree before the start of the program, which is 1st of October. You can apply for these STARS positions using our already mentioned website, and you can select up to 3 different positions. This program is competitive, and for each program, only 1 person is selected. So after the deadline, the supervisors are selecting the best suitable applicant for each program. What is very important here is the deadline, and the deadline for applications for our STARS program is 13th of March 2024. So you have less than 2 months to apply for these programs. And next to our postdoc and PhD positions, we offer also master programs taught in English at the Faculty of Science. And we have 6 master programs in English, and these are botany, ecology, immunology, parasitology and infection biology, demography, and geology. And the application for these programs are due 29th of February, and the start of the studies are also on the 1st of October. There are also tuition fees for these programs, and they are depending on the program. So each program has a different tuition fee. On our website, on master-studies-natur.cz, you will find detailed information about each our program. You will find also some requirements, the structure of the program, and also links where to apply for these programs. And the last thing I want to show you is our brand new bachelor program, which is a combination of biology, chemistry, and physics, and it's called Science. This program is taught in English, and it's a cooperation between our faculty, Faculty of Science, and Mathematical Physical Faculty at the Czech University. So the goal of this program is to educate professionals with a strong interdisciplinary overlap in the field of natural sciences with a focus on these three fields. It's a 3-year study program, and in the first 2 years, the students get a very deep knowledge of these three areas, and then at the last year, they are specializing on one field. The applications are again due to 29th of February, and the start of the studies are at the beginning of October. There is also a tuition fee for this program, which is 60,000 Czech crowns, approximately 2.4 thousand euros for citizens of European Union, European Economic Area, and Ukraine. And for other citizens, it's 120,000. I'm sorry, 120,000 Czech crowns. And sorry. And with this, I would like to thank you for your attention. And if you have any questions, please ask me during the discussion.
So thank you, Daniel, for introduction of the biggest faculty in the Czech Republic in the sense of number of doctoral students. And now this is time for presentation of one of the most prominent institutes of the Czech Academy of Sciences, IOCB. So it's time for you. And this is not only a presentation of the institute, but during this block, you will also have the opportunity to talk to Portuguese PhD and postdoc who can share their experiences with living and making research in the Czech Republic. So, time for IOCB.
Hello, I hope you can see our presentation and hear me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
We can.
Thank you very much. My name is Pavlína Maloj-Řezáčová, and I am a Vice Director for Research at Institute of Organic Chemistry and Biochemistry. And at the same time, I am a researcher, and I had a research group of structural biology. I'm glad we heard about structural biology previously from CEITEC, who is our collaborating partner in structural biology. So also as mentioned in the room, there are two ladies who represent the numbers we've seen previously, and they will tell us how is it to study and work at Czech Republic and specifically at our institute. What you see here at the picture is our institute, which is a mixture of history, but also modern building represented in these buildings. But also what I will talk about is the research we do here. We celebrated 70 years anniversary. Is now coming to very exciting results. And we have a campus that is fully equipped to do great research in the field of chemistry and biochemistry. We are located in Prague. The picture on the bottom represents the center of the Prague, which is only 20 minutes from us by tram. So really, we can say that we are in the heart of Prague. Our institute, and thank you for the organizer to say that we are one of the leading institutions in the Czech Republic, and we focus on basic research, but also successful applications at the interface of chemical and biological sciences. Our emphasis is on interdisciplinary approach, and on the next slide, I will show the disciplines we have in our institute. Particularly, we are successful in medicinal chemistry, chemistry of natural products, organic synthesis, molecular modeling. also mentioned biochemistry and so on. Our institute hosts 49 scientific groups, and last year we reached 1,000 employees. Out of these, 400 are early career researchers, which are postdocs and PhD students. Our institute is fairly international. We host more than 40 nationalities, including Portuguese. Our strong part is that we collaborate with commercial partners. As you can see at the bottom of the slide, there are not only great publications coming from our research, but also some drugs and treatments that currently treat millions of people in the world, especially for fighting viral diseases such as HIV. The disciplines at IOCB can be divided into 3 clusters: chemical, physical, or physical chemistry, and biology and biochemistry. And you can see here some of the disciplines and projects and topics covered within these areas. What I would like to emphasize is that what very unique about our institute is that all these disciplines crosstalk between each other. Basically, we talk to each other, we meet, and we have many collaborative projects. So even students that came here to get trained from biology or biochemistry get exposed to collaboration with chemists and physical chemists, which bring them very great advantage in their future careers. So talking about PhDs and postdocs at IOCB, we are part of Academy of Sciences. So we are not an institution that is able to give PhD titles. We are affiliated with all universities in Prague, and that's where the students study and get their PhDs. And at the same time, they work at our institute and work on the experimental part of their projects here. So our institute is continuously looking for talented, independent, and highly motivated young people. We have a lot to offer. And you can see here a picture of happy students spending here summer and receiving certificates. And we hope you can join us. Also, we now have right now is the time because we have an opening and you can find it on this webpage. If you look there, you will see all projects that are currently opened, and you can register. The deadline for registration is March 3rd. And after that, we interview the students on March 21st, which gives them a lot of opportunity to enroll with the local university. Of course, if you are interested in working with us other times, then when the opening is there, you can always approach our group leaders or myself, and we can find some suitable position and wait for the next PhD opening. I also included a little information about postdocs. We have constantly open postdoc positions. You may find them on our web pages, but also we would like to invite people to approach individual group leaders and propose a project to them. The group leaders each of the groups has a web page where you can see the topics and research done in individual groups, and you can approach write to the group leader directly, and together with the group leader, you can come up with a project that is funded by the institute. The opening for the postdoc projects is twice a year, in April and then in October. So again, I would like to highlight the multidisciplinarity, and motivated postdocs will find researchers and great research in many disciplines, and from the three clusters I mentioned previously. And that's all for me. Before I hand the word to our postdoc and PhD student from your country, I would like to invite you to discover more about our institute. You can find a lot on our webpage, social network, and also there is a link where you can tour IOCB virtually. I would like to thank the organizers of this event to give us opportunity, and we are really looking forward to get some more Portuguese people or people from Portugal to work and study with us. Thank you.
Thanks. So now it's time for our Portuguese colleagues from IOCB to share their experiences of a real everyday life and research in the Czech Republic. So can you share them?
Yes, can you see me and hear me well?
Yes, we can see you clearly.
Thank you very much for organizing this event. I think it would have been very useful for me back in the time when I first came to Czech Republic. So my name is Sara, and I came to Czech Republic for my PhD studies. I think coming here, it was a great decision. You have many opportunities, as you could see in the previous talks. You have many cities with amazing institutes. Here in Prague, you also have several research institutes and also the universities. Me as a PhD student, I'm affiliated to Charles University, but I also do my research work here at IOCB. And even though in the name it's Institute of Organic Chemistry and Biochemistry, I'm pure biologist. So don't be afraid that you will also find a spot for you if you are just biologist. Or you also have many other institutes around. I think this is a great place to work and to live. Here you can find all the equipment that you need for your research projects. You have like, as it was said before, you have like international environment. You have multidisciplinary teams that can help you with different parts of your project. For the PhD studies, you'll have like some stipend from the university, but you also have a salary covered from your institute. So you are completely fine regarding that topic. You can access and go to several international conferences during your PhD studies. The life in Prague is very safe, active, dynamic. It's very affordable, even though it's like the capital, so maybe a bit more high rents as everywhere else in Europe, but with your salary you are fine to go out and have fun. You will also have a lot of free time to enjoy some activities. Czech people especially like nature, like this hiking, climbing, these outdoors activities. But you will also find your expats community, because there are like many international researchers here in this institute or around. So I think that then with your group of friends, then you can have like a great time if you decide to come here, because Czech Republic is also super well located in Europe. We were like basically in the heart of Europe, so it's super easy to just travel around to other countries by bus or train. You don't even need to fly to visit some other places. And also to go to Portugal, you are just like 3.5 hours away, so you are not so far from home if you just want to go once in a while. Now recently they also made some new cheaper flights. These low-cost companies are also flying direct, like some Ryanair or EasyJet flights I think you can find. So it's okay. So I think I was just talking in English because I see that there are some international people, but if you have any questions in the end, like, and if you feel more comfortable with Portuguese, we can also talk in Portuguese if you prefer. But yeah, so this is my testimony, and I think it's a great choice, great science, great people, and great city.
Thank you very much. It was a very nice testimonial because there wasn't anything negative. Everything was positive. So the institute can be proud. So what about you, Susanna?
So my testimony is pretty much similar to Sarah. So my name is Susanna. I'm a postdoc working in the cancer research area at ICOB. This institute, at least for me, is perfect. It has all the equipment, all the facilities. We have very good collaborations. And outside of work, Prague is amazing. So it's a very vibrant city. You have everything. You have a lot of activities, a lot of people, international people, very easy to make friends. I would like to say that in terms of cost of living, it's very similar to Portugal. The house renting is a little bit high, but it's exactly the same as in Lisbon. So Portuguese people are used to it for sure. Beer is very, very cheap. And traveling around is also very affordable. Like Sarah said, you can catch the train, the bus, the flight, and everything is very cheap to visit in the neighboring countries as well. What do I have to say more? Usually when you apply to some countries, like for example, the UK, you need those standardized English tests in order to apply for research positions as a postdoc. And here you don't need to. So basically you have, as a postdoc, interviews with the group leaders. And if they find that you can communicate satisfactorily, you don't need any standardized test for English. So it's very easy to come here. It's also very easy to find a job. I remember that when I applied for postdoc positions here in Prague only, I got it in less than 1 week, and I got my first choice here at ICB. So I feel like it's easier to get a job in academia compared to Portugal, actually. And there's another positive outcome is that the institutions that are here, ICB, Charles University, and all the institutes around Czech Republic, they're very high standard and very recognized outside. So if you have a degree here, you can easily expand your career here in this country, but you can also go outside and people will know your university and your institute for sure. Another thing about here in Prague is that although it's nice and to learn the language, the fact is that you can live in Prague at least 4 years without knowing Czech language. I'm personally learning. I have a course, but because it's a very difficult language to learn, but you can go by. My experience is that in academia, in research institutes, generally people speak English, and outside, sometimes you have like these occasions where you have to make appointments to the bank or the foreign police, so they have an English-speaking person talking to you to facilitate communication. But other than that, you can live without knowing Czech, which helps at least in the beginning when you move here. In terms of safety, like Sarah said, it's very safe. And in fact, it's safe as much as Portugal. But I would like to say that in very touristic areas, I feel more safe in Prague than actually in Lisbon in some areas. So I think that it's a good opportunity for future students or workers to come here and develop their career here. The salaries are okay. Even for postdoc, I get a really good salary. Basically, you can save money and still have fun. Yeah, and you can have full weekends full of activities. So it's never a dull moment here in Prague. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me, and it can be in Portuguese if you will. Thank you so much.
Nice, thank you again for pretty testimonials. It's really nice for us as Czech people to hear something from foreigners.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And now we have time for free discussion. So feel free to ask for anything related to your careers, potential careers as PhDs or postdocs here in the Czech Republic in biomedical sciences. So discussion is open. You can use chat. You can use your microphone. By the way, I'm just checking chat here in Zoom, and there is one question from John about the procedure. What is the best? It's best to communicate with the PI first and then get approval before submitting the application or a different scenario. Maybe that's a question for people from CEITEC, from IOCB, as well as for Daniel.
Okay, so I will take this one for CEITEC. So basically, if we have open topics that you can now see that there are open topics that already have funding, and so you apply on the website. But of course, if you contact the PI, you demonstrate a high interest in the topic, and it could then help you to somehow stand out. So if you are interested, I would definitely suggest have a look at the website of the PI, because each research group has its own website. It will also give you an idea about the culture in the group, the research culture in the group, about the people who are there. You can also contact a fellow PhD student. Usually you have also email addresses of the students, and you can ask information about the PI, how is it there, because it's a big decision. It's 4 years of your life. And I think the topic is one thing, but another thing is whether you will get along with your PI well. And as I said, the well-being of our students is very important to us. So I would recommend to do it. Contact maybe another student or contact the PI.
Yeah, I would add something for the IOCB. I totally agree. The same stands for IOCB. It's 4 years of your life. Study is important, but the science, I'm a vice director for research, so research is also a very important part. So motivated students who approach the PIs even when there are not open calls are always interesting. And we can think about some non-linear path. Perhaps if the PhD opening is in 6 months, you can agree with the PI to wait and be hired as a technician and then be transferred to the PI. And the same is also with the postdoc. You can wait until the postdoc project is funded, or very often the PIs have some that they can dedicate to some period of time before the funding appears. So be really proactive. Maybe we can ask, how did you apply and how did you get to postdoc here at IOCB?
So I applied directly to my group leader, Zuzana Kashkashova. She had the opening that was listed on the IOCB website. So basically I talked to her directly, and in the beginning, she hired me. She was paying my salary. And before, we know in ICB, we have these fellowship, postdoc fellowships. I haven't actually applied to them yet, because in the meantime, I applied to EMBO fellowship and I got it. So now my salary comes from that organization. Then afterwards, if I stay here, probably either my group leader will pay my salary, or I will apply to a postdoc ICOB fellowship. And if I am accepted, I will get paid by the institute.
Yeah, from the Faculty of Science, I also would like to approve that these steps are the best steps that you can, or you should maybe contact the supervisor. For example, in our STARS website, we have, for example, for each STARS program, contact to the group leader, to the project supervisor, and also the website of the research group where you can find the other members. Maybe you will find some PhD students there in the group, so maybe you can contact them to get some more information from them. So yeah, I agree what the others said from other institutions. It's very important.
Contacting PIs in advance is not a mistake. So are there any other questions, remarks, suggestions? Some of them will be answered directly to your email, as I've passed to some of your colleagues. Use the opportunity to talk to your future colleagues, maybe, or representatives of 3 institutions as they are here. No more questions. No remarks. This is the last chance.
So maybe I will just add some note. In my case, when you are starting the PhD, you actually, when you are applying to the university, you already have to apply with your PhD project that you settled before with your supervisor. So I think that first you need to be accepted by the supervisor, and then together you apply for the specific study plan in the university. So yes, I think that as a PhD student, you always need to be in contact with the supervisor or to the group that you want to go to. And once you are accepted, then you need again to apply to the university. So there are 2 kind of separated processes, maybe even 2 different deadlines that you need to meet. So just pay attention to that you will not miss out anything, because I remember that for the university, for example, you also need some documents that you need maybe some time to prepare. For example, they ask for some nostrifications, so you need to translate your diplomas from Portuguese at least to English. I don't know if it's still the same, or if in the next years something was changed. So just pay attention to that in the university, for the university requirements. Sometimes it's not so clear in the website, so just email someone there, or like when you are agreeing with the supervisor, just ask him directly, because usually they have more information about the university process and they can help you then to do that part.
I would like to add that this process seems a lot similar to the Portuguese process. So we have FCT, the Foundation for Science and Technology, in which for PhD, we need to apply to do an application in which you are scored, your supervisor, potential supervisor, your project, and the institute you're applying with, and then you may get the financing for the PhD. And regardless, you will get the PhD from the university. It's just whether they will pay your salary from outside or your PI is going to pay for it. So it's kind of more or less the same process. You have to have everything prepared, the documents, everything with your group leader, and then only afterwards you can apply.
But I will also add that I think from my experience, or like from what I see also from other people here, it seems to be much easier to give opportunities to young people. Like as a starting point of career, I think in Portugal, maybe they always want several years of experience for many positions. And I think that here they are more open to young people coming. and giving opportunities to like junior positions. Yes, and I think as a PhD student, you will have like many opportunities, and it will always be funded. It will not depending on some external grant. You will have your salary.
Yeah. Would also like to add that for postdocs, so now in Portugal it's a little bit different. Postdocs are getting more and more real contracts in which you pay taxes and social security. But at the time that I was doing my PhD, postdocs and PhD students and master students have what we call a fellowship contract, in which we don't pay taxes, we don't pay social security, and therefore we won't have any retirement or very little one when we get older. And here in Czech Republic, this does not happen. For PhD students, for masters as well?
Yeah, as long as you are employed in the institute doing even your master's research project, if you are employed, you have like a normal contract, you make your like tax discounts and everything.
Yes. So it's
very beneficial in that way that we are like normal employees here.
And I don't know if it's general, but at least in our institute, I don't know if it's at the group leader level, but at least in my lab, we receive salary increments every year. I don't know if it's an institute level or not, but which is something that never happens in Portugal. So it's always a plus as well.
Yeah, being employed also has an advantage for young women who, if it happens that they have their family, they can use the money to support themselves during maternity leave. On top of that, specifically our institute supports return of young mothers back from their maternity leaves and subsidize their salary by sum of money which they can dedicate to paying a nanny or schools while they are working, and that helps them coming back after maternity leave, which is considered as a career break.
Yeah, I agree. The conditions for maternity leaves and mothers in general are a lot better here in Czech Republic than in Portugal. Usually we have 5 months maternity leave there, and then we have to come back to work and no more help from the state. Here is more accommodating. This country is more accommodating to creating a family and still maintain your professional career.
So this was a very important point. So that's nice that you also have such opportunities. I think in the case of CEITEC, it's quite similar, is it? Good. So I will check the chat again. There are some positive reactions, but no more questions.
I have one just remark, if I may. I really thank you for this webinar. I work in the Czech Republic for 6 years and the Institute of Physics of the Czech Academy of Sciences. We also need students. So I must say that here I've had the best conditions ever. I've worked in Portugal, Brazil, and Argentina before, and I grew a lot as a professional. I was awarded a Gatcher Junior Star. So I wonder if we can enlarge the group of target applicants also for physics or other areas. It would be very important for us.
Thank you very much for your opinion. By the way, I'm just sitting and broadcasting from the Institute of Physics of the Czech Academy of Sciences. So it's nice to hear your career path.
Yeah, that's it. I would be happy to enlarge the scope and also target for potential physics students. That would be very good for us.
we are just making some steps to do the similar webinar, not only for biosciences, but they are also physics and mathematics webinars in progress, as well as one focused on AI and computer science. So in the near close future, a similar event will be held.
Okay, thank you. That's great news.
So it's time to complete our session. I would like to express my thanks to all attendees, as well to all participating people, not only presenting ones, but to all who provided some kind of support of this event. Thank you very much once again, and I hope that you will decide for further research careers here in the Czech Republic. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Goodbye. One more remark. The recording will be made public after some pre-processing steps. I'm going to send you an email with the link, and I will share the presentation somehow. So you can expect in a couple of days some emails from my side. Have a nice day. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you for organizing it.
Goodbye. Thank you.